Zenith Nevers here to help you find a life that's full of happiness and purpose. Today we're going to talk about overcoming challenges, and to use as an example, I'm going to use the Royal Gorge in Colorado. Using the Royal Gorge is a perfect example of human beings' ability to overcome obstacles, because we did just that here twice.
The Royal Gorge is an awesome geological formation that has fascinated millions since the beginning of time. With its beautiful red granite walls towering over 1,000 feet above the Arkansas River and a length of approximately 10 miles, it is truly a geological masterpiece. It is also topography in motion, as its development is still taking place today. The Arkansas River started at the top of a plateau which was once considered a lake, but it's worked its way down and has done so for the past 3 million years. It is estimated that the river grinds down another 12 inches every 2,500 years. The first visitors to the Royal Gorge, of course, were Native Americans, but as early as 1642, Spanish missionaries recorded traveling through the area. In 1806, the first people that could get sunburned started visiting here, including this guy here, who... Why is he standing like that? Is he dancing to the YMCA right now? Look, I get it. That song is contagious and super fun to dance to. I just don't know how this artwork took place. Why choose that pose? Anyhow, the Royal Gorge was quickly being considered the Grand Canyon of Arkansas, and the area was rapidly becoming a tourist site at the turn of the century. People would come just to sit on the side of the granite walls to have a picnic. This is impressive when you consider the fact that at the time traveling wasn't what it is today, and you could die from dysentery on the way. No thanks. I'll pass. I'll just share a sandwich at a already civilized park with Mr. Bean and, not die. Well, the Royal Gorge Park consists of 5,000 acres surrounding the Royal Gorge. The centerpiece was granted to Canyon City in 1906 by an act of Congress signed by President Theodore Roosevelt. Yep, that's a dog humping his leg.
In 1928, a man from San Antonio named Lon Piper stood on the edge of the gorge and declared he would build a bridge over the chasm. He immediately met skeptics, aka haters, who questioned his ability to complete the project and wondered if it was even possible to build a bridge across the gorge.
Baby, haters gonna hate, and ain'ters gonna ain't.
That is not an actual thing people say.
This shade, though, is a little understandable considering the Royal Gorge drops more than 1,000 feet vertically to a fast-flowing whitewater river, and it's a V-shape, with the top with more of 1/4 of a mile wide. How could anyone hope to span such a gap with the basic technology of that time? Despite the obstacles, in 1929, the Royal Gorge Bridge was built, and it was done so in only 7 months. Which is impressive considering it was the tallest bridge in the world until 2001. Standing at 956 feet above the Arkansas River, it is still the highest bridge in the United States and one of the tallest in the world. With a total length of 1,258 feet, the bridge required the stringing of 2 cables, each with 2,100 wire strands, as well as the building of large towers of 150 feet in height. The towers hold the cables that weigh 300 tons. Side note, did you know that the original builders had an average wage of 50 cents an hour?
No! I honestly did not know that!
Still, the bridge was completed, and with time they added an inclined railway with an angle of 45 degrees and a length of 1,550 feet. It is the longest and steepest funicular in North America. The success of these 2 attractions eventually led to the 1969 installation of an aerial tram which glides 1,000 feet above the river. The 35-passenger cabin offers a spectacular view of the bridge on the 2,200-foot-long trip along the canyon. Over 20 rides, shows, and attractions like the carousel and the popular trolley were added over the decades. making it one of Colorado's most iconic attractions. However, on June 11th, 2013, at approximately 1:15 p.m., a forest fire started just south of the Royal Gorge Bridge. In its wake, over 3,200 acres of land was destroyed, and over 2,000 of those acres in Royal Gorge Park. The park lost 48 of the 52 buildings and attractions. Despite all of this, immediately demolition and recovery began. The wooden bridge planks that had been burnt in the fire were saved and mounted on the exterior of the new visitor center. Helping nature recover was also considered in addition to reconstruction. It takes approximately 100 years for the forest to rejuvenate, but they decided instead they were going to help it along by seeding the area with wildflowers and 8 different types of native grass. By helicopter, they dropped 28,000 pounds of seed over 800 acres. Then the burnt trees were turned into mulch by hydroaxing to protect the seeds. In addition, about 400 volunteers planted about 5,000 pinyon pine trees. Just as the original bridge took 7 months to build, construction of the new visitor center was completed in 7 months. It opened to the public on August 31st, 2014. Today it has a new carousel, a splash park, as well as a kids park, gondolas that have replaced the old aerial trams, and it even offers now zip lining across the gorge. Zip lining, by the way, being something I would personally never do because, my luck, this is what would happen to me instead. It is vital to remember that all the fire left of the entrance were the gates. The visitor center and the entrance to the aerial tram was built in 1968, and the fire left nothing behind that was recognizable. The fire was so intense that the cable for the aerial tram melted and fell down into the gorge, leaving the tram dangling precariously down the edge of the cliff. This was the carousel before and after the fire. Here's the trolley before and after. And this is the water clock before the fire. This is the water clock, what it looked like after the fire.
And this is what it looks like today. Again, a testament of what humankind can do when their mind is set on overcoming anything that's in its way. We need to remember the words of Helen Keller that says, "The world is full of suffering, but also full of the overcoming of it." I'm Zenith Nevers, reminding you that on your journey to happiness, that journey is long, and yeah, you'll have challenges, but you should never give up.
Comment, like, and subscribe.